nicely. It's the Drew and Fuse Show. The Drew and Fuse Show. The Drew and Fuse Show. Yeah, they clean up nicely. Yeah.
What up, everybody? This is the new episode of the Drew and View Show, and we are currently at Mex in Las Vegas.
We're at Mex in Las Vegas. We may or may not be staying at a swingers resort that was once a swingers resort that's now an Airbnb. But it's been a great time. We've been here with the DMS crew, and we wanted to intro this. This was an interview we did with Avera. It was about a month or so ago. We've been holding episodes and releasing them here in the future. Now's the future. We're in the future now. We're going to the past. And here we go. Enjoy this episode with Avera. We'll have a full Mex recap coming on next week's episode.
And we just did the party, which was absolutely incredible. Shout out to everybody that came. It was an awesome party. See you next week. Or see you this week and also next week in the future.
See you in the future and the past.
Bye.
Daft Punks, everybody, welcome back. How's it going, Fusemania?
It's going. I'm tired. It's cold here. It's gloomy. I'm ready for spring.
Bounce back into spring. Yeah, it's been so cold and windy here, but I'm still in a light flannel, so it's all right.
Yeah. It's 3 degrees here today, so ready to get over and out of it. With that being said, we're going to get started today. We've got a great guest for you guys. She's in the New York City area. She has been blowing up on YouTube, 46,000 subscribers. We're just going to bring her on in. Help us welcome DJ Avera.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Yeah. Thanks for coming on with us and finally getting a schedule that works for all three of us. That's one of our biggest challenges all the time. We're on multiple time zones.
We're all busy.
Yeah. Everybody's got stuff going on.
I wanted to compliment you. You have an EPK, you have your press kit, you have a tech writer, all on your website. Which I'll be honest, it's so rare to find because we're digging information and trying to learn more about you before the interview, and you'd be surprised how few DJs have that actually available. So I just wanted to throw out that compliment and say you're ahead of the curve on that.
Thank you.
Especially even with just a tech writer. So, it definitely shows that you're getting out and playing a bunch all over the place.
Yeah, definitely. I think I made my EPK last year or so. And I think it's helpful just to have it on the website so anybody can see it.
For sure. We talk to so many DJs and they just don't have anything. And, so many people, I feel like so many DJs are just like, their work all comes from like word of mouth or, somebody they know that they just decide not to do any of the stuff that could land them gigs from people that they don't know that might be checking them out online. And, we always stress that it's important to have those things. So, and yours is good.
Yeah, thank you. I think it was big kudos to my booking agency. They made a big push last year to get us professional photos and to have us all make an EPK. So definitely not all from my own ambition, but my agency helped a lot.
That's good. All right. Well, we're going to get into it. We have a video that will roll. We'll get into some rapid fire. So we'll play this video and then we'll come back and ask some questions.
DJ Avera, Shakira here. Welcome to the Drew and Fuse Show. It is now time for their rapid fire. They will be shooting off questions so fast. I mean, faster than my hips when they are telling the truth during my halftime performance at the Super Bowl. It is now time for rapid fire.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't nervous before, but
I hadn't watched the video. Drew spent the whole budget on getting, Shakira to come talk to us.
Wow, I'm so honored.
She even rolls her R's, and it's so amazing.
That's impressive.
Faster than the question's coming faster than her hips.
I'm excited for this. Let's go.
All right. So the first thing, this isn't such a rapid fire question, but give us the elevator pitch. Like if you just met someone and you're going to tell them about you and or your career as a DJ, what are some things that you would tell them?
Sure. Okay. So I am DJ Avera. I'm from New Jersey, born and raised. I'm also Puerto Rican, so that's a big part of the music I like to play. My style is very, very diverse. I play all different kind of venues. So I play a ton of hip hop, I play a ton of house, Latin, EDM, dance hall, a little bit of everything, and still trying to figure out my style. But what I just love most about what I do is the passion and the love and the joy that I bring into DJing. And that's really my main goal with my work, is just to make people happy while also fulfilling my own happiness.
All right. So the next question is more rapid fire. It would be turntables or CDJs.
Ooh. Wow, that's hard. I have to go CDJs just because I use them more often, but I do have my turntables, as you can see back here. So I have a lot of fun. I just don't get to play them as much because a lot of venues don't have them.
Right.
Yeah, I've been watching. I was watching a bunch of your YouTube videos, and you have actually multiple different setups. It seems like across the board. Like, and I've never seen that how you have the two reloops on the side. I've never seen that before, but I was like, that's pretty genius. It's out of the picture, but you know, to the untrained eye, you don't know what's going on. But like, I was like, oh, that's a cool way of setting that up.
Yeah, it was different. It wasn't kind of intentional, but I had the Nexus mixer and it didn't have the hot cues. So I was trying to figure out how to get hot cues. So I bought those, but then eventually I upgraded to a different mixer with the cues. So I got rid of the reloops. But it was cool. It's different. I think it kind of draws people into the video.
For sure.
Exactly.
Next question is Pioneer or Rain?
Pioneer.
Cool.
That's just what I play mostly. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Pioneer.
And favorite genre to play? It can be, you can have multiple if you just, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I have to go with disco house lately. It just makes me so happy.
Awesome.
That's been my favorite as well lately.
Mm-hmm. Same. A favorite genre to listen to, or what do you listen to when you're not DJing?
Alternative rock from the 2000s.
Nice. I don't listen to anything.
Silence.
I listen to some alt rock too. Lately, I've just been putting that station on and letting it roll. It's just so different from everything we're doing. It's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we don't really get to play that music a lot unless it's a specific theme night. So for me, I love it.
I just don't want to be in charge of the music when I'm not in charge of the music. I'm like, somebody else just play something and I'll be happy.
Not my job.
Yeah, not my job. I'm not getting paid right now. I'm not working.
Yeah,
don't ask me.
Serato or record box?
Serato, definitely.
Okay. The Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
Oh, Beatles. I love every single song.
Okay. Calvin Harris or Tiesto?
I got to go Calvin Harris. I think he's a little bit more fun.
All right. Do you drink alcohol?
Yes.
What's your preferred spirit of choice?
I drink almost exclusively Scotch. That's my favorite.
Scotch. Wow.
Wow.
I just acquired a taste for it and I love it.
All right.
So straight on the rocks or
yeah, neat usually.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
All right. Let's see. How long have you been DJing?
This is my 5th year.
Okay. And how many nights a week on average would you say you play?
Maybe 3 to 4. It really depends. I sometimes 2, sometimes 7 gigs. So I'd say average 3 to 4.
This is a question we used to ask all the time on the show, and we just recently brought it back. And you're in New Jersey and New York, so I'm really looking forward to the answer on this one. But like, if we were to visit you, where is like the place that you would take us to eat an iconic like New York City or Jersey food? Like, what would be the thing to go do?
Ooh, this is a hard question that you guys probably won't like the answer, but I am vegan, so my taste would be very different from most people.
I'll go.
We're both pretty foodie, so
Yeah.
we'll
I mean,
try anything.
I would have to take you to a New Jersey diner.
Okay.
You'll never experience better food. I DJ actually at a diner called Tops in New Jersey, and I think it might be the top diner in the country. Great food, great vibe. It's just what Jersey's known for.
Awesome. Love that. And this isn't so rapid fire either, but we liked asking it is like, where do you see the future of DJing? The DJing, I mean, you've been DJing since 2019, and I feel
Mhm.
like it's changed so much from then until, now. Like, what is the next 5 years? What do you think, is the future?
Wow, I think it seems like nightlife has been evolving where people like more of, I guess, themed events and more specific to their taste. So I think festivals are just honestly going to grow even bigger than they are. I know when I go out, I would much rather prefer to go to a rave or a DJ set, and a lot of my friends like that as well, versus going to a bar night. So I think people are kind of craving those experiences where they're gathering with people and the focus is on dancing and not just, going out and drinking.
Right.
I saw a thing I heard this morning on the talk radio I was listening to, and they were saying how so many people are doing the dry January, but not just that, just bars in general are suffering because there's like half the people are coming and not drinking at all, just being
Mhm.
sober, and then the other half are drinking. It's like really dividing everybody these days. So having more, just yeah, I mean, festivals, you don't have to drink. It's not like a bar where
Right.
there's nothing
This
really
is
else to do.
a random question, but like here in Cincinnati, where I am, there aren't really any places that charge cover charge. I wonder if that will change in the future too, with people not drinking. It's like, well, if you're going to come
Yeah.
in and party and not drink, will it be more normal to like see, well, it's $20 to get in, or something like that. I wonder if
Yeah.
that'll come back as well.
I think it might, especially if a venue's doing a specific theme party.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how festivals make money, right, on ticket sales.
We use Toast at our bar, and like it'll tell you like every night like the average tab spend, and it's
Mhm.
pretty consistent at our spots, whereas like the average person spends between $20 and $25 at the bar every, like, per person that comes in and opens a tab. The average one is like $20 to $25. You think about that, like if you're charging a $20 cover, it's like, oh,
Mhm.
that's, if you don't drink anything and you come in, you're kind of making your money off the person.
Well, it's like an 18 and over spot. Any of those all ages, they all charge, right?
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
Right.
unless you're going to make it a 2-drink Red Bull minimum,
Right.
I'm all hopped up on caffeine.
Gross.
The next question, and this is kind of a lead in from the last question, is where would you like to, like, what would you like to be doing in another 5 to 10 years? How would you like to see the growth of your DJing or your business?
I just want to do so many different things. I want to DJ for a movie premiere. I want to DJ on a beach in Greece. I want to do a whole big disco party in Brooklyn. I feel like I just want to grow into doing so many different opportunities. That's what I really love about the job now, is that every night is so different. So that's where I see myself growing. I really want to travel, and I really want to just have all these unique DJ experiences.
That's awesome. One of the things too we wanted to ask is, you started DJing in 2019, and just how did you get into it? What's like the background that led you into it?
It's kind of a long story that involves a lot of different events that happened. So I'll try to give the short version. I was on a project in Puerto Rico with my former day job. So I used to work as a forensic accountant at a consulting company. And I was on a project in Puerto Rico where we were flying back and forth every week, every 2 weeks. And then at the end of our project, I was with my team. We were celebrating, and we went to the club in our hotel, and it was a Thursday night. It was really early, so there was no one in the club. So my friend had just suggested, oh, let's go talk to the DJ. And I normally wouldn't have said yes, but I had just watched the movie We Are Your Friends.
Zach, is that the Zach Efron
Kind
one?
of,
Or
yeah,
yeah.
kind of iconic. And it's a community.
I
And
have never
never
watched that. Have you, Fuse?
I may have watched it when it first came out, and I was like, he says something like, the 130 beats per second, that's where your heart rate's at. And I was like,
Yes.
I'm turning this off.
You know what? That's the scene though that intrigued me. I had never really thought about, and it just kind of piqued my interest. So when
Yeah.
my coworker said, "Oh yeah, let's just go chat to DJ," I said, "Oh yeah, let's go," because I was so interested to find out more. And the DJ at that night was so crazy nice. He let us into his DJ, let us touch the gear, showed us certain buttons did, and he said, "Oh, here, touch a jog wheel," and the music stopped. And I thought that was just the coolest thing ever. So nice. And as I was behind the DJ booth, I just had a feeling that I want to be here. And I don't know why, because it was a completely empty club, no one there, but just standing there facing out from the DJ booth. I had a feeling that this is what I wanted to do. And so I went home and started researching DJ gear, and it was very, very expensive. So I thought, is this really something I want to do, or is this just a whim that sounds kind of fun? And I think because I was researching all of that DJ stuff, I started getting ads for DJs. And one of them was, of course, they got me.
It takes over. Yeah. It takes over your whole feed and everything in your life.
Exactly. But you know what? I'm kind of glad, because it started feeding me ads for this DJ producer, Lenium, who I'd never heard of, and now is one of my favorite DJ producers. And I just really like the music in his ad. So he was actually playing a concert at Madison Square Garden in New York City for the upcoming week. And I just started listening to his music that week and really fell in love with it. And I decided I wanted to go to his concert. And so I just asked all my friends, does anyone want to come with me? There's a random DJ that I just discovered. And everyone was busy, or no one wanted to drop that money on his concert. So I decided to go by myself. And it was the first time I've ever gone to a concert alone. To this day, it's probably one of the top 5 nights of my entire life. It is so freeing just being by yourself, not caring what anyone around you is thinking. And no one even really cares, right? No
My
one's
favorite way
looking
to
at
go
you.
out is without somebody. Like if I'm just going out, I love going out by myself, because you can hop around, leave at your own accord, be like, all right, I'm going to see this person now, or you don't have to deal with herding the cattle to the next place or whatever you're doing.
Exactly.
So.
It's just like traveling by yourself, right? You just have total freedom and control. And as I was walking home after that concert, I was on just such a life high. And I remember thinking, I want to make people feel how I feel right now. That's what I want to do. And I signed up for a DJ class, and that was it.
Love it. That's great.
You said Illenium, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Millennium.
He's across the board. He plays guitar. He's like has like alternative stuff. It's like I don't know much about him. I've never really listened to it, to be honest with you. I just know there was like he had a song on the radio, and I was like, who is this? And I come to find out it was Illenium, but it didn't sound like a DJ at all. But it was unique.
Yeah, I would say he makes more melodic dubstep type music, but he does play guitar, and so some of his songs do have some sort of rock elements in it.
It's kind of like San Holo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I feel like everybody has their moment, their like aha moment when they start DJing, or like they decide like, oh, this is gonna be, the path for me. Like everybody has that, what you just described, and everybody's is different. So it's always cool to like hear everybody's different. I was, when I was, I think I was 19, mine was like, I was working a job and I thought I was rich because I was making like $300 a week. And then I had gotten 2 gigs where I was making, $150 at each gig. And I was like, screw this job. I am rich now. I am a rich DJ. I don't need this job. That's how it went.
What I also like about your adventure though, or like how it's it's grown, is you went into hearing like an EDM or dubstep DJ. A lot of times I talk to DJs when they first get started, and that's like all they see is like, oh, I just want to just be this. But you sound like you play everything, right? And you are like pretty much an open format DJ, which I think is DJ, and it's not just doing just the one style. It is being well, rounded.
Yeah. It's good. I've kind of had to be that way because the agency I started with, we have all different venues. So I just had to learn how to play anything, especially doing weddings too. I had to just be so familiar with all different types of music and just throw it in the deep end. But now I feel like I can walk in most rooms and do at least a decent job. The only genre I don't really play much of is country.
Same.
Not my favorite.
It just doesn't speak to me.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the age? Like, what agency are you on, or if you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so it's an agency called Get Down DJ Group. So they are essentially my booking managers. So they book out a lot of spots where I live in New Jersey and New York City, and they've just been amazing in helping me grow.
Did that come from the school or?
No, it just came through networking. I started DJing really right before COVID, so I didn't really have much opportunity to even do anything before everything shut down. But I got lucky where right before I was out with friends at a bar in Jersey City in New Jersey, and I just went up to talk to the DJ because at the time I didn't know any DJs and I had so many questions and just no one to ask them to. So I just started talking to DJs as much as I could anywhere I kind of discovered them. So I went up to the DJ and was just asking him a question, I think about gear, because I was figuring out what to purchase. And he was actually the manager of the booking group. So he gave me his card, told me to come to a networking event the next week. And so I went the next week, met the two managers and a bunch of the guys in the agency and just stayed in touch and then started DJing with them after things opened up again in 2021.
That's awesome.
See, I just want to point out that, how many DJs are either shy or just hate, stand in the back of the room and just hate, right? And when it goes, if you just go and be nice to somebody and just put yourself out there, like what you can actually get or what happens. I don't know. Throwing it out there for people that are listening.
Yes. I so many people ask me when I'm out with people who are non-DJs, they think, oh, do you think this DJ is good? Do you hate what he's playing? I don't really care. I appreciate any DJ. I have so much respect. The job is so incredibly hard. So I don't care about transitions. I don't care about the music you're playing. I'm just here to have fun. Or sometimes when I'm out with DJs, I hear DJs, oh, that transition was trash. Oh, we should have scratched in that song, or just appreciate.
There's a younger guy, that friend of a friend he's mentoring, and we were talking about one of his nights recently, and I said, come out to one of my nights, but what I want you to pay attention to is I want you to pay attention to like this transition or this tone play or word play or any of that bullshit. Just see what songs I'm playing and how the crowd reacts. I'm like, that's what is important, good or bad. Like, you got to take that away. It has nothing to do with all the other stuff, because a lot of the working DJs aren't just doing tone plays and word plays all freaking night long.
Yeah, for sure.
You just read the crowd,
I was gonna say, I go out, I'm definitely judging, but with that being said, I'm definitely judging, but I'm keeping it to myself. And I'm also like, I don't let it bother me. Like, I just go and have a good time. And like, I might be like, oh, well, that person wasn't doing things the way that I would do. But at the same time, like Drew and I always talk about, there's something so satisfying about going and watching a bad DJ play music too, because what ends up happening is they're up there just playing stuff, right? And sometimes we play stuff with such intention that like when you're listening to somebody play, that's just like, oh, I'm just playing songs. You hear them play something or do something and you're like, wow, I cannot believe that just worked right now. And like, it gives you a different like take on it completely. So I think for me, like when I'm out and I just want to hear everybody too, and good, bad, it doesn't matter. Like it can still be completely fun. And for me, like, I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, like it's not busy here, let's not be here, let's go to the next place. Like, I'd rather just hang out at a place that I'm with my friend or two, or if I'm out by myself, I go and see who I know is working and then hang out and go to the next place. So
same. I love an empty dance floor. That's amazing.
It's not, I don't have to worry about bumping into people bumping into me, or
it's harder to DJ an empty room or like a slow night than it is to DJ a busy night. So
hard. Especially because you kind of feed off energy. I definitely find that I have so much more fun when I'm, in the crowd and people are responding. So it has been a challenge to learn to just enjoy those nights. I've DJ'd a ton of empty slow nights, and you really
Same.
learn from it.
You learn
do,
the
you
most
do.
from those. Those are the most learning for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I started, the other thing, I was playing a ton of places that like when I started like served food, and it was like, okay, the DJ starts at 9 or the DJ starts at 10 and the food service stops at 9 or 10. And it's like, you really understand like, okay, so now how do I get everybody that's sitting here get up and start having fun or whatever? And it's like learning that it's an art form, because you don't want to come on and just start playing Pitbull right away. Like you have to kind of like ease into
How
the
dare
night.
you?
Pitbull always.
When in
But-
doubt, Pitbull.
Yeah,
That's our next.
but-
That's our next sticker. Our next shirt.
yeah. It'll just say, when in doubt, play Mr. Worldwide.
Mr.
Works every
305.
time.
Yeah. I mean, I like Pitbull. That's not a diss. I just mean like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't just like,
Yeah.
okay, dinner's over. It's a party now.
Right.
lights
It's
shine
got to
on the
be
DJ.
a
Yeah.
transition, right? You got to work.
Yeah,
people
yeah.
into
And
it.
there's an art form to that. And I think you can tell like when people kind of you can hear, like, I feel like when people get it, you know, when you walk into a room or like whatever, it's like it's not time to be playing like the bangers yet, like, or whatever. So anyway, I don't even know where I was going with all of that.
I was setting up the other night at my gig, and the girl was at the bar, and she walked up to me. She goes, "Can you play John Summit right now?" And I'm like, "Whoa, so aggressive!" Like I hadn't even started, and there's no music on, and everybody's still eating dinner. I'm like, just give me like a couple songs here. Give me a minute.
People are very demanding these days.
They are.
So
And the
demanding.
other thing I was going to say is, like, you know, you do weddings, Drew does weddings, I do weddings. My other thing that I always, if I'm a guest at a wedding and like once the dance party starts, I always try to like be the person on the dance floor, because I feel like a lot of times people know that like I'm a DJ or whatever. And it's like, I don't want to be that guy that's like standing there mean mugging in the corner at all. Like I'd
Mhm.
rather just be standing on the dance floor, like having a good time and, you know, helping start the party versus like judging in
Passing
the corner.
out glow sticks, getting everybody, you know, doing the thing.
I
That's
am
so
judging.
nice of you, because it
I am
is
judging.
challenging. We've all had those weddings where it's so hard to get people to dance, and
Yeah.
I've definitely done that where I'm like, oh, the dance floor emptied. I need to be back there. Let's help the DJ out. You know, that's something
Yeah,
only a DJ's
it's
done
helpful
weddings can
sometimes.
understand.
Especially sometimes it doesn't even matter if the DJ is like good or not good. The crowd, the overall guest at the wedding just are like not fun. So
Yeah. They need
and it
help.
happens. All right, cool. The rapid fire was great. Let's move on to a little social media. Let me play this video and then we'll come back with some questions.
DJ Avera. It's the Zuck here from Meta. Mark Zuckerberg, welcome to the Drew and Few Show. It is now time for social media talk. I hear you are very popular on my rival platform, YouTube, for your mix shows. Let's talk more about that and see if we can get you to come over to Instagram Live.
They had that explosion out. I love it.
I'm so curious how you make these videos.
That's the Zuck. I just hit
They
him up.
paid
and
him,
told him
yeah.
that you were going to be on.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. Thank you so much.
All right. So our first question is, okay, so this is something we talk about all the time. One, congrats like on your success with YouTube. It's such a challenging / consistent thing that you have to do to really grow on YouTube. And you've
Well,
got over 46,000.
I want to know, is it just YouTube or is it are you doing Instagram or Twitch or any of those other things?
Yeah, Instagram I try to focus a little bit more on, especially the past few months. I've been trying to do more, but YouTube has been probably the big focus of the last year.
And did it start on Twitch or was it just like, because just curious, I learned how to even like set up a camera over COVID, right? So
Yeah.
was it just like, oh, screw Twitch and let's just go straight for YouTube?
I was streaming on Twitch during COVID for a while, so
Okay.
that definitely helped. I had the camera, I had the lighting, I had the interfaces, all this set up already there. But the YouTube idea came to me actually from my friend Jules, DJ Jules, who has an amazing YouTube channel. And he brought me onto his channel to play a set with him on turntables. And it was my first time using turntables. And he kind of encouraged me to go out and get a set of my own. So I ended up buying this set of turntables, and the YouTube was really a way to force myself to learn how to use the turntables. I thought, oh, let me do sets and it'll make me learn how to mix on turntables. And also an added benefit would be I'll have videos to show clients, because clients had sometimes asked for videos of me DJing, and I was so bad at that initially. I had almost no videos. So this is kind of twofold purpose.
Yeah. Our approach to YouTube was like when we started doing this podcast was the YouTube didn't matter. And now here we are 4 years later, and our idea has kind of shifted in general. We pretty much focused on like the podcast and the audio side. And now we're trying to like do more with YouTube. And I wish we would have kind of just started out from the get on YouTube, because we would be a lot further along, I feel, than we currently are on the YouTube side of things with the podcast.
Well, now's the time. Go
I
make
know.
a bunch of shorts. You have the
I
tool.
know. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot more work. One of the things we wanted to ask is you post a lot of full sets on YouTube. How do you manage to do that without the music getting flagged, or does it get flagged?
So I think the YouTube rules have changed from years ago, because I think years ago you weren't really allowed to post copyrighted content, but YouTube now has an algorithm that recognizes all the content, and unless the copyright owner specifically prohibits their track from being on YouTube, it is allowed. Just all the ad revenue will go to whoever made the songs. So you can't monetize the videos, but you are allowed to post most music. But what's helpful is I do a test mix before I record any mix. So let's say I have an idea of maybe 50, 60 tracks. I'll eventually condense down, but these are the tracks I think I want to make in a mix. I'll just put them in Audacity. I forget what type of program
it's a program. Yes, it's
yeah.
like an audio program. Yeah,
an audio program. So I put them all in Audacity just to make a super long mix, and just put a black background over it in iMovie. Not a sophisticated process at all, and just upload that to YouTube on a separate account, and it'll tell me, oh, this song will cause your video to not be seen in any countries. And it's really rare, but sometimes there will be a track, and then I know, okay, I definitely won't use this track in my mix, because YouTube will force you to cut the song out. But otherwise, yeah, a lot of DJs do ask me that, and I guess it's changed.
No, that's so smart.
Smart, but it's a lot of work too, because you're doing essentially double the work.
But technically, you don't even have to really do a mix. You can just throw the tracks in it, right?
Oh,
right.
Yeah. I literally just copy them from my DJ software, paste them into Audacity, and there's a tool that you can just align every track end to end. So you just 2 clicks, make a few hour mix, put it into iMovie. It's super quick.
Any of the settings in YouTube you have to hit, like don't monetize or anything like that? Like when you do up to the final?
No, not at all. YouTube will automatically... It doesn't let you monetize because it recognizes your tracks, and then it just allocates the revenue to those copyright owners. So yeah, really nothing you have to do.
I applaud that, because it's obviously working for you. So that's cool. Have you seen from YouTube and your success with it, have you seen like benefits from it with like gigs, or you kind of already mentioned that, clients want to see videos and that. So there's that. But have you booked anything from YouTube?
Yeah, I definitely have. I've had people reach out to me who found me from YouTube, which is awesome. And I actually DJ'd for YouTube last month, which was awesome. And and I'm pretty sure it's because I had the YouTube channel. So I got to the event and they had a sign with my YouTube handle printed out for the DJ booth. And I thought that was awesome. So cool. Yeah. So it really is paying off. I can't monetize the videos, but it monetizes by.
They're in New York, right? YouTube. Was that where it was?
Yeah. Yeah. It was in New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it pays off.
Now that you've built this following, though, you could post whatever kind of DJ related video or music video and monetize a whole separate, video as well, if you wanted.
Right. Yeah. I think that's something I'll consider for the future if you post vlogs or once I start making my own music.
We've been trying to do a lot more like gig vlogs, or like when we travel together, like posting those as well. And, but as you know, it's just a whole separate thing to remember to take content of and make the
A
video. And
lot of work.
yeah, a lot more work goes into it. Drew, was there one more question? You have something on here?
No, I mean, that's amazing. You get the YouTube, and I was just wondering, like, any, big international or travel stuff. You mentioned that you want to go do some of the Greece and all that, but has any of that even an inquiry come about from the YouTube?
I think someone had contacted me for their wedding in Spain, but I was busy. But just
Yeah.
goes to show I think there will be opportunities. I get comments a lot, oh, come to Albania, come to Greece.
Right.
So I think when the times come, it's cool that you do have an audience from all around the world. That's what's amazing about YouTube.
Right. And I was also noticing, you're not just in your house just filming these. They're all over the place. It's not a green screen, right? It is just You go to these different locations.
Yes.
Are you just rolling the dice on where you're going, or are these all planned out? Or
sometimes it depends where I actually am. I mean, I was just on vacation.
At the map. Okay, here we go.
We just
Grab
drive.
the gear.
A lot of it is dependent on where I am for vacation or a trip. I was just at a cabin weekend with my friends in New Jersey, so I brought all my gear and just recorded a mix at the cabin. So a lot of that is that where I just happened to be traveling here for the day or the week, and some of it is planned too. I did one at the beach, and that was probably the hardest I've ever. The hardest setup. I had to drag everything up huge sand dunes, and I was just dripping sweat before I even started It was so challenging, but the video is beautiful. Yeah, dedication. Yeah, it turned out well, but yeah. So yeah, wow. I think I kind of just try to find new locations, especially being close to New York City. I just did one right by the water, 10-minute walk from me. I have the nice skyline, so I can just kind of set up everywhere, and I have a battery-powered setup now. So I really just need a cart, all my gear, and I can pretty much video anywhere.
Well, the next one, I encourage, a dart and a map and see where it lands.
Yeah, and then you could vlog you could shoot the start of the video can be the dart into the map, and the whole vlog of the travels getting there.
Oh, that's a great idea, guys. I'll give you credit.
There it is.
Let's get started. We'll do some of our DMS picks. We'll roll this video, and then we'll come back and talk about our sponsor picks.
Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the DMS. DirectMusicService.com's picks of the week. Drew and Fuse, hit up with your top picks.
All right, another high quality production video there. Before I get started with these picks, if you use the promo code Drew and Fuse Show, it'll get you 30% off your first month of activation. So if you haven't signed up for DMS yet and you want to check it out, you can use promo code Drew and Fuse Show to get 30% off your first month of activation. Drew, hit us with
DirectMusicService.com, our sponsor for today. Yeah, my pick is we're going with a Daft's bootleg. This is the original is Bag Raiders, Shooting Stars. Rehab did it with about 18 other people. It seems like on this track. Yeah. Mufasa, I think it's just like the Mufasa hype on it, and Roni. And it's called Believe, Shooting Stars. I like the original track just as much. It has the little synth solo from the Shooting Stars. And we did a bootleg with Akon, Na 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 right now. There it is. It's a bootleg, Daft's bootleg. Go grab that one. It's those two combined. And the familiarity is great, and everyone sings along. So
I never knew that he doesn't say I want to make love right na na na. That's not what he says. He says I want to make up right na na na. I never knew that until I worked on this one and heard the full acapella. Yeah, I had no idea.
I thought he said love as well. There you go.
No, he wants to make up right na na na.
Fun fact.
And my pick of the week is another Daft's bootleg. Shameless plugs from both of us. It's Clean Bandit versus Bob Sinclair, and Fisher rather be over top of Bob Sinclair's World Hold On. So the Daft's bootleg. Rather Be, World Hold On, Daft's Bootleg, both on DMS. That's my pick. There you have it.
Go grab them.
Go grab them. Yeah, I was gonna say. All right, now so we got another fun video, I believe. Yes,
Yep.
so we'll roll this video, and then we'll hear some music from you.
Hi, Drew and Fuse. It's me, Billy's Eyelashes. You might need to turn me up because I'm usually whispering. I'm here to let you know we've reached the point in the show to go over music picks. DJ, whisper me your top songs you play at your shows. One of them better be a whisper song for me.
Wow.
Love the Billie Eilish. I'm actually working on a remix of Birds of a Feather, so love to
nice.
see Billie Eilish in there.
There you go. There's your plug. Top 5 songs that you like to play in your sets, videos, live, anything you're feeling.
I'd say to play live, I get so much energy from playing some 2000s hip hop. So anything with that era with Drake and Lil Wayne when they would collab on songs like Right Above It, I'm Going In, that whole era, I love it. 2000s hip hop is probably my favorite. But I also love Eminem Lose Yourself. That's my ultimate karaoke track. And I feel like I've had sound of the same favorite songs for most of my life. There's this track by M83 called Wait, which is really slow and emotional. So it's one of those songs when I'm feeling either really sad or really happy. I like to listen to it because it just pulls out all the feels.
All right.
And
well,
what
next
I like
time.
to play. Oh, sorry.
No,
you still got another one. She's still.
I don't know how many that was.
That was
lately, anything by Purple Disco Machine.
Yeah.
Literally any song. It's such
I'm a
a
big
good
fan
vibe.
too. Like all his stuff. I was gonna say next time we see you at one of the conventions or something, we're gonna have to go out and make you karaoke Lose Yourself.
Oh no.
I want to see how hype
I'll do it.
That's been, believe it or not, just killing at all the nightclubs. Lose Yourself is huge.
That's great because it's so old right now. So I'm
it's
glad people appreciate it still.
Yeah, I mean everyone screams it. It kills. And then I just did a wedding, and all those old Drake Lil Wayne tracks were just massive. So there you go.
So fun.
Awesome. All right. So one of the things we want to do too is we'll roll this video. It's like a crazy DJ story. It could be from a night gone awesome, a night gone bad, anything you want to talk about. We'll play the video and then we'll come back to you.
DJ Avera, Mr. Beast here. Thanks for being on the Drew and Fuse show. For $1 million, they want to hear a crazy DJ story from you. It can be funny, wild, sad, you pick. There is a lot of money on the line. Will you be the next millionaire?
Amazing. So much pressure. I feel like
a lot of money on the line.
I feel like I'm still waiting for my crazy DJ story. I've had lots of, bad moments, sad moments, but something cool that happened recently. I was DJing at a lounge at a restaurant and Guy Fieri was there and just recognized him by his crazy hair. And he was in town to film what's that golf movie? Happy Gilmore 2, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he was filming that movie with the kid from not Stranger Things, Sixth Sense. I forget his name. Joel
Osborne? No. Osmond? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So they're both at the restaurant and I've never really DJ'd for someone famous or well known, so I was kind of freaking out, just trying to do my thing, not look over. And then on the way out, he goes, "Hey, good job tonight." And I just said, "Thank you." And totally tried to play it cool, but
no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you just start playing all food songs like
cake?
Yeah.
Everything food related. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I think hopefully I'll have my crazy DJ stories in the future.
No, that's a good one too. Anything like that's always fun to hear.
When you mentioned a Guy Fieri and you just say you recognize his hair, that talk about branding on point, right? He doesn't even have to do anything. It's just look at me and my wild hair.
Yeah, cool dude though. He seemed really nice.
Yeah.
It's awesome. One of the last things that we do on the show here, we call it the sauce, and it's just any advice that you would give to like your younger self or a younger DJ. We'll roll this video and we'll come back to you.
The name is Bootsy, baby. And this shout out goes out to Drew and Fuse, all the way from Cincinnati to the LBC Bobble. Yeah, I was told you guys are quite the chefs, and you got a delicious sauce that you cook up. Ooh, and it drips that swagoo and breaks down the recipe. Yeah, and you giving up the pig, cause it's funky. As in good, that is, finger funkin' good. On the one by the power of the one. Yeah, without that, there is none. So get yours and be in tune with the one that loves you.
All right, there's Bootsy, the longest video of the day. Also, that one may or may not be real. I don't know.
Love it.
Not saying that the others aren't either. So yeah, any advice you'd give to your younger self or anything like that?
I guess this is not super far in the past, but when I first started posting YouTube sets, I would definitely have advised myself to not get bogged down by negativity at all, because it's so easy to do. But I think it was such a shock. I had never really been a online presence at all, so I wasn't used to getting hate comments at all. And when I started getting them on a lot of my YouTube videos, I definitely went into a spiral and was depressed for about a whole month and just could not get out of it. And lucky my business coach helped me kind of reframe my thinking, where now I don't really care about negative comments at all. I think, oh, cool. I'm so sorry that you spent your time of the day writing that. Sucks for you. Right. But even I would tell people, it doesn't matter if you get 100 hate comments. If you get one that says, this made my day better, or this made me smile, or this made me happy for even just a second, totally worth it.
Great advice. There's a Cat Williams video where he's talking about haters, and he's like, I have 14 haters, and by the end of summer I need 20 haters or whatever. It's like a little clip that I play for my daughter every time she comes home and she's upset, and I make her watch that. And I think he says he says fucking shit about 18 times in the video, but nonetheless I make her watch it, and it's exactly what you're saying. You need more haters, the better.
Yeah.
I always respond back with a troll comment too to piss them off. I'm always like, "Oh, I hope your day gets better," because then they're like, "My day's fine. I'm not mad."
Responding with niceness and kindness is the best way to piss people off.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm the ultimate troll. Don't troll the troll, because I got you back.
No, but really, it's been amazing. I get 95% comments are really amazing, and it just feels so good to have someone write that, oh, they were so sad this morning and then they found a mix and it totally turned their day around. So that makes it totally worth it. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Totally.
Great advice.
Yeah, agree. I couldn't agree more. And we get so much stuff too sometimes that it's like when you do get the nice comments that like it's like, oh, this is why we do it, or this is why you do it. Like, because so many people are way more willing to tell you what they don't like versus when they like something. You'll hear 10 times that they don't like it, and then it's just how it goes.
I actually get more positive feedback in person than anybody comments online. In person, they're like, "Oh, I love what you're doing." You're like, but then just the negative people have enough time to go on and actually voice it online. So, yeah,
crazy. I feel like I would never comment anything negative on someone's video. Who are all these people that are willing to just trash?
Yeah. Right. And it's always funny too, because they never have like a real profile picture of themselves. It's always like a picture of like a dog or like some internet, cartoon or like something. It's never a real picture of themselves. That's pretty much going to wrap for today. Before we end it here, if you want to hit us with like any of your social media or anything you want to plug or anything you want to mention.
Yeah, sure. So check out my Instagram, DJ Avera Music, and YouTube is at Avera Music. And I will be uploading a new disco house set tomorrow, actually. So yeah, YouTube is going to be a huge priority and this year, and just uploading more sets. And I just hope it makes your day better and makes you smile.
Do you post any of these on Mixcloud or as the
I
audio
usually
only, or just
I
the
post on SoundCloud. Yeah.
SoundCloud? Just throwing it out there as an idea, possibly, making a Patreon and having them on there for people that if they want to support you, that they could, and they could download the full mix instead of having to stream it or anything.
Oh, I
Or
actually
like-
hadn't thought about that.
Maybe you do like where you like post a bunch of free ones, and then maybe you do like some exclusives that you can only get on the Patreon or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a cool idea. I'm going to link to that because some people do ask me if there's a way to download, and I haven't really thought much about it.
Yeah, I say that because when I listen to mixes is typically when I'm flying, when it has to be offline, and so to download an entire YouTube video would be a lot harder than just being able to support you like that, like where you could offline mode or save the mix. Maybe they like it in the gym or whatever. Just an idea.
Cool. Okay, definitely. I'll look into that. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, that is going to wrap it up for us today. So thank you, Avera, for coming on and being on the show. And that's it. We'll see you guys next week.
Amazing. Thanks for having me.
Peace.